I pride myself in being the guy who's going to win it for us and deliver under pressure. And it didn't happen.
I hope he was hurt. Hope it killed him.
I'm gonna stop pausing this, but Larry gotta stop being so blunt, bro. Sheesh. What's good, y'all? We are back. Part 3 of A Courtship of Rivals. Part 2 and Part 1 will be in the description. I'm pretty sure Magic and Bird were selling them because the NBA was falling apart. So it sounds like at this point that Larry Bird and Magic Johnson saved basketball because the NCAA game ratings were getting more ratings than the NBA ratings, and the NBA had a bad look on it, something like that. So if you want to see this, me react to Part 2 and Part 1, the links will be in the description. 100 likes for Part 4, and thank you guys so much for 1.2K. We are moving slowly. Subscribe, like the video. I don't really ask y'all to like the video, but like the video. We'll get to 100 likes. I will react to Part 4 immediately. Follow all my socials. They're down there somewhere. Let's get into it.
African-American guy out west, and you got the lunch bucket, floppy-haired white guy with the bruises all over his body. It's central casting. It's perfect.
I mean, this was like made in heaven. In 1979, this idea of Magic and Bird was created, and so that was sort of a no-brainer. We'd have a doubleheader. It would be the Celtics playing first and the Lakers playing second, and that's the way we did it.
And when the Celtics and Lakers both reached the finals just a year into the new TV deal in 1984, it appeared the superstar investment was about to pay off.
It was huge. It was probably the biggest moment the NBA had up to that point. You had Boston and LA, East against West. It had all the elements of a classic showdown.
Including what was becoming the most inescapable element of all.
Did we know that blacks and whites were lining up, the whites with the Celtics, the blacks with... Of course we knew that.
Even in the Celtics' own backyard.
They land at Logan Airport at the '84 finals. He's getting accosted by various people who were telling him Larry's going to take him down. But this one older African-American gentleman comes up to me and goes, "Magic, I want to wish you well. Good luck. I want you to crush the Celtics." And he said, "Oh, well, where are you from?" He said, "Well, I'm from Boston." And he said, "You're from Boston and you're rooting for the Lakers? I thought everybody here was crazy about the Celtics." And he looked right at me and said, "Now, why would I root for those white boys?"
Boston, after all, was a town still scarred
What'd
by
he
the
say?
busing crisis of the mid-70s. A violent period of urban unrest during which white had been pitted against black. The resulting taint on the city nationally, coupled with a Boston roster littered with white players, affirmed to many black Americans that the Celtics were not the team for them.
Even today, people said,
Welcome.
"I played with the Celtics. You know, I hated you at that time. You know, I wanted Magic to win. I didn't want that damn Larry Bird to win. We had all these black players. But they looked at us because we had Larry Bird leading us as a team that was white.
Just...
They were perfect archetypes for what
It's crazy because they did have Robert
sports.
Parrish and all those other black players.
But for the real-life players, the narrative was much simpler.
It's finally going to happen. We get to go head-to-head again. It's just a matter of rolling that ball out there and let's get it on.
Welcome then to the Boston Garden and the start of the NBA World Championship Series. I'm Brent Musburger. In each of the last 4 NBA World Championship Series, either Magic or Bird has competed. But this is the first time that the two have gone head-to-head for the title.
Man, we
What are they
jumped out
saying?
on that first game, and we won in Boston.
Woof.
And with less than a minute to go in Game 2, the Lakers were closing in on a commanding series lead.
From that point on,
13-13.
things began to crumble.
Oh, I've seen this before. Apparently Magic just dribbled out the ball for some dumb reason. He pulled a J.R. Smith before J.R. Smith was alive.
Cheesy
Insane.
Johnson dribbling the timeout. What are you doing?
The Lakers regained their stride in Game 3, only to be rudely knocked off it again in Game 4.
So back and forth, back. Oh, yeah, get up there. Yeah, yeah. There we. Oh.
We started fighting.
That boy with his glasses, he did not look tough. He tried getting Is that a Kareem left hook with his elbow? Oh, okay, hold on, let's see this.
We started fighting and started playing.
Yeah, okay, all right. Kareem and Larry.
Not mentally tougher than the Celtics.
I can bet you money back then they didn't get a tech for that. If they did,
Magic's just not himself.
nowadays they throw techs out for free.
There are a number of places where, you know, Irvin didn't do
Bad
what
pass.
people expected him to do.
Tied at 123. He misses the first.
No way he missed both free throws. Eesh, that hurts. Eesh.
Magic Johnson goes to the bench.
Eesh. Goes to the bench, and Larry, of course, takes over. Yep. Back and forth, back and forth.
To the Lakers.
They take the first lead of the series.
It was like 1979 all over again. Down to one game for Bird and Magic.
That's a blowout, low-key.
Probably would have said this is going to be a 7-game series.
I thought we'd sweep him in 4, but
Here we go with this dynamic thing again. If y'all saw part 2, y'all know what I went crazy over. You know, everyone would have thought this game would have went to the... I thought we would sweep him. Straight up.
9 all over again. Down to one game for Bird and Magic.
If everybody had to look at it, probably would have said this is going to be a 7-game series.
I thought we'd sweep him in 4, but just went a little bit longer. Now we just have to do it in 7.
Yeah, Larry's confidence is insane.
It's the only time I ever felt
It's
that.
tough.
There ain't no way they're walking out here with a win.
I wish I had that type of confidence.
Lakers had several chances, and here's Larry Bird. Shutting down the clock.
In Boston, too. Oh, boy. Oh, behind the back. What was that? He folded under pressure. There he got his championship. This is where he starts his streak, right? Oh, this one they flooded the court. Golly, look at that. Shirtless, shirtless people, all type of stuff.
I pride myself in being the guy who's going to win it for us and deliver under pressure. And it didn't happen.
I hope he was hurt. Hope it killed him.
I'm gonna stop pausing this, but Larry gotta stop being so blunt, bro. Sheesh. It's actually this is the best type of advice though. When you're straight up like this, unless someone cover. Oh, I hope that his feelings became better and he was inspired to continue on. No, I hope he really felt that in his chest so that he can get back. That is exactly how you should talk to people.
It's hurt. Hope it killed him. He made some
But
bad
you
plays
know,
down the stretch.
generation
Nobody
soft,
ever
so
said
you
that.
can't say that without someone getting in their
Knowing when
feelings
the game makes
nowadays.
you feel good, but just knowing the other guy's suffering, and you know he was.
I remember at the beginning that both he and I were
That boy talking crazy.
And stayed in there for about 35, 40 minutes. It was hard because not only had we lost to the Boston Celtics, he had lost to his nemesis, Larry Bird.
I think he just made me dislike him, you know, because he was that good. And I think you be jealous. You jealous a little bit.
Larry, does this get you even with Magic for what happened between Michigan State and Indiana State all those many years ago?
Yeah, we're professionals now, but I won this one for Terre Haute.
Well, it was a big deal. I remember asking Quinn Buckner about it afterwards. They had a celebration in downtown Boston.
Oh yeah, Bird.
And, you know,
Oh,
it was
this
unusual
is
for
the
Larry
most.
to have these little outbursts, as Quinn would call them. But you know, about 11:30 at night, Finally, he turned to Quinn. He goes, I got him. I finally got him. And he was talking about Magic.
Self-supreme.
The league was rejoicing too. Game 7 of the '84 series was one of CBS's highest-rated telecasts of the year.
This must have been one of the greatest
the NBA had ever produced.
Larry Bird low-key did save basketball. I'm not gonna hold you. The NBA could have died right here if it wasn't for him.
All of a sudden, whether it was at CBS or Madison Avenue, the sports writers around the country became phenomenal. What is happening here? The absolute foundation in this resurgence was the Celtics and the Lakers, Larry Bird and Magic Johnson.
But Magic was in no mood to bask in the accomplishment.
I took a media beating. Tragic Magic. This is why we say Larry Bird is better.
Tragic Johnson.
The first time ever in my life I was depressed. And I didn't want people to see me. It was something I never dealt with in my life.
That particular series, that championship series, redefined his whole career because he never stopped working after that.
You take a loss to take a dub. Larry lost in the NCAA championship. He ended up building himself. He wanted in the NBA. He won in the NBA. Now he lost. Now he's about to get back and win again.
Magic was on a mission to prove to himself.
It takes a loss to build a champion, I guess.
In his hands, he was
they
still
weren't
the
wrong.
one in control. And after his Lakers ran through the '85 season, he quickly got what he wanted: another shot at Bird and the Celtics.
Bird beat him though, didn't he?
We won the West. So it's like everybody just get ready, sit back, and let's enjoy it.
Ain't Bird beat him this time?
Smile
Yeah.
belied the intensity of the clash that awaited.
Okay, Magic.
I had a glass of water, and any of those guys had been on fire. I would have drank the water and watched them.
They called us, chokers and sissies. We didn't like that, and they thought less of us. I knew they did.
In '85, we played a efficiency.
We didn't like that, and they thought less
Dang,
of us. I knew they did.
Boy, completely
We
flipped.
played them 4 times in exhibition season for some reason. I don't know why they scheduled that. By the 4th game, there was an all-out brawl.
Let's see it.
One of the greatest rivalries in all of sport, the Celtics and the Lakers. And if that is true,
Here we go.
it is the
Let's see
most
some boxing.
one-sided rivalry in all of sports. 8 times these two have met for the NBA championship, and 8 times the Celtics have won.
At guard in his 6th year from Michigan State at number 32, Magic Johnson.
But in the '85 finals, Magic changed the script. Over 6 grueling games, he masterfully controlled the pace with all-around brilliance.
He has a triple-double again.
Oh, shoot.
Behind their point
Triple-double
guard,
Magic.
the Lakers finally knocked out the Celtics, winning the clinching game in the Boston Garden.
3 in 6 years, LA comes to Boston and wins the world title.
Redemption for one Magic Johnson. It's a long year last year to wait for this moment right now.
Magic had evened the score with Bird on the NBA floor, but the significance of their rivalry and their relationship was still just taking hold.
You crazy.
I thought Larry Bird won 3 times in a row, or was that not yet? Was that later?
I said, you're crazy. I'm not shooting no commercial with Larry. So I said, okay, what, we're going to shoot it in L.A.?
I would never went to L.A. to film it.
Well, where are we going to shoot it?
Oh my gosh.
If you want to shoot a commercial, come to my house.
I was like, oh no. One stoplight. And I thought Lansing was small. I think the plan was, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do, and I'm trying to get up out of here. My plan was that.
Even after Converse had convinced Magic and Bird to film a sneaker ad together in the summer of '85, a question remained. How would the two hated rivals on the court get along off of it?
I don't know how he's gonna react. I don't know how I'm gonna react. We didn't even shake hands, so how are we gonna do a commercial together?
The ad was to be filmed at the home Bird had built for his mom, It featured a full-length basketball court, the day's first location.
So they say, okay, you're playing one-on-one, and I'm looking at Larry, and he's looking at me like, is this real? Are we playing? Because, you know, this is Magic and Bird.
I could just hear Larry, you know, starting in on, well, you bring it to the basket, and I'm going to send it 30 rows up.
So the guy was like, no, not like that. A fun game. We were both like, oh, okay. Like, like you can see this relief coming over both of our faces.
That brief détente led to the next stage, dialogue.
We sat down next to each other. How was your summer? Oh, it's going good. How was yours? It's going great. He said, man, it's a nice spread you got.
And he's asked me, is this where you play? I said, yeah, I play here if it's not windy. If it's raining or windy, I go to the gym. But this is where I do all my work.
I see that tractor. You work on the tractor? I said, man, I work on this tractor every day. Larry Bird work on a tractor? He said, yeah.
Just.
That's kind of crazy that they had no outside relations because there was no, like, I guess, like cell phone texting and stuff like that. So this was like their first real interaction.
And two, walking and talking, and every once in a while they'd stop and one of them would say something, and then they'd start laughing.
Then they said, okay, break, it's lunch break time. I was going to my trailer. He said, no, my mother has prepared lunch for us up at the house.
We went up to the house and we sat down there and we talked, and my mom, my brothers thought the world of him.
His mother was so nice, making sure I had enough to eat. I just saw my mother. It was crazy.
He charmed her. You can see it. But that's Magic. He makes everybody feel welcome and warm, and he's a con man.
Larry laughed.
Magic charmed
That's
Georgia
rare.
Bird. It was someone else who intrigued her son.
He met Irvin at lunch.
Irvin is a good dude. I like Irvin a lot better than Magic.
I was just so happy to finally be Irvin with him because Magic was like, I don't know if I want to get to know this guy. But Irvin got a chance to talk about family, how he grew up. We just became two relaxed guys, just talking.
That day was great. It was a great day. Beautiful day.
Still, for Bird, ever the competitor, that's all it was.
What was this commercial for?
Magic thinks the next year, okay, well, now we're great friends, so, you know, after the game, we're going to go out, we're going to have a beer, and Larry's like, no, you're right. I know you better. You're a good guy, but I still don't want anything to do with you.
He's a happy-go-lucky guy. If me and him got to be really good friends, go out on the court, he could still play the same game. I couldn't. That's just the way it is.
But when the ad hit the airwaves, for others, the perception changed.
I saw those limousines going through the cornfields, and I said, no. They didn't sell themselves out.
I heard Converse made a pair of Bird shoes for last year's MVP.
Yep.
But they made a pair of Magic shoes for this year's MVP.
Okay, Magic, show me what you got.
Well, this is really a business thing.
The Bird shoe, the Magic shoe.
And maybe that's where
the Bird shoe.
The business thing.
The Magic show.
And began to trump
Oh,
who
God.
they both really were.
It polarized the whole idea of lunch bucket versus Hollywood, white versus black. Just cemented all the differences between them.
Kids weren't wearing black gym shoes because they didn't want to be associated with the Larry Bird camp. You wore your white Converse.
The basketball rivals had morphed into cultural warriors, and race, more than ever, had become an unavoidable part of the conversation.
Yo!
But nothing about Bird and Magic had ever been as simple as black and white.
One of the big reasons this rivalry became so emblematic of so many things is because it was an easy dichotomy for people to understand. But it's crazy to simplify it as saying white people like Bird and black people like Magic because 13% of the country is black. It wasn't like 87% of basketball fans preferred the Celtics.
Who's your favorite basketball player? Magic Johnson. Who's your favorite movie star? Eddie Murphy. Pina, all you ever talk about is nigga this and nigga that. And all your favorite people are so-called niggas. It's different. Magic, Eddie, Prince. I'm not niggas. I mean, You're not black. I mean.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Why did that go over my head? No. He got away with saying that. He got away with saying. Wait, hold on, bro. Wait. I didn't hear that, did I?
Eddie, Prince. I'm not niggas. I mean, you're not black. I mean, let me explain myself.
Shoot. Maybe they passed him the card before shooting or something, but that caught me off guard.
But as Magic enjoyed his image as a crossover star, it was Bird, the one-time great white hope, who had further emerged as the polarizing racial figure, due in part to that era's increasingly conservative political climate.
The rolling back institutionally of the achievements of the civil rights movement were going on apace from about 1975 on. But the triumph of the movement that rolled it back took place in the 1980s. And I think there was people who were very aware in the black community of what was going on. And I think there was a lot of sublimated frustration. And I think one of the ways it got sublimated was into basketball. And I think Larry, through no fault of his own, was the receptacle within which the lingering resentments somehow floated.
And after Bird led the Celtics to the championship in 1986, his third in the pros, winning his third straight MVP award in the process, the resentment.
It was 3 straight MVPs. Okay, it wasn't 3 straight finals. It was 3 straight MVPs.
Grew.
I always felt that the press.
We'll stop it here. This is part 3. I might do 2 more parts. I might do 1 more part. We'll see what happens. But like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.
I'm just talking on this beat, like it's just you and just me. We can say the side of the beef.